Hello and welcome to another episode of Loocrocast. And today we're going to talk about how to scale a SaaS using data and metrics. And in today's episode, I'm meeting with Renan Ceratto. He's the founder of OnSafety, a safety management platform that has grown into a multi-million-dollar business with extremely low churn and a strong data-driven culture. Renan, welcome to our show.
Thank you, Paulo. Thank you for having me here.
It's a pleasure, man. So tell us more about yourself, man, who you are and what you do.
Okay, I'm Renan. I live in Maringá, Paraná, Brazil. I studied production engineering and work for the last 16 years building apps and building solutions to help our customers to grow and be more effective and more productive. So everything we build here on OnSafety and everything I do is build solutions to help people to be more performance.
Awesome. Awesome. And how long have you been working with OnSafety?
It's 12 years. We started on 2013. We are doing 13 years this year on September.
Wow. It's almost a teenager company, man.
Yes.
It's not a baby anymore.
No.
So, coming from the beginning, let's talk about the early days of OnSafety. How did the idea for your app came up? How
So
come up?
we started as our application as a capstone in the university, the course of production engineering, and we started building an app to help manage the management of construction. The
Mhm.
mainly was construction to be more productive and improve the compliance on safety. The first version of our application was just an app to apply checklists using the Brazilian regulatory standards that we call NRs, Norma
Mhm.
Regulamentadora. And we started from there just for a construction app.
Yeah, that's interesting. It's a very specific kind of app, and but there was a problem behind the idea. What was that, and what was the problem you were trying to solve?
So when we started, the main goal was to help people and use this application as a tool for construction engineers to reduce cost and improve the efficiency. So we had the idea to grow everything about construction in one app, like cost management, people management, safety management. So we started to build this application with the NR18, that is a regulatory standard for safety, just about construction. But
Mhm.
as soon as we started to show this application to the people and the market, we find out that this solution wasn't enough. So we needed to bring another regulatory standards within the app, like
Mhm.
the NR35 that talks about working in heights, the NR17 that that tells about ergonomics, and the NR6 that talks about the PPE control. So it's a lot of things, but all for construction. We started to look at our competitors, and we find out the construction was a kind of a red ocean. Yeah, so there was a lot of applications to construction, and it would be a bit tough for us to start the marketing for that because we didn't have much money to accelerate and something like that. But we find out that the safety area, uh, there were no non application at that time that works specific for safety. So we find out that we could have more opportunities if we sail this blue ocean that was the safety. So we just instead of just focus on construction, we abandon the idea on focus on construction and focus on safety. So now we have an application about safety that works in all kinds of industries.
That's interesting. So you went from being a narrow, having a narrow vision for your app to be a more broader, but by doing so, you found blue ocean there. That's a very rare thing to happen, actually.
Yeah, I think it's more complicated from the past years, but on that time, 12 years ago, we didn't have so much applications. We had a lot of SaaS companies that sells big softwares to handle people management and safety together, but
Mm,
we just focused on safety as our specialty. So these other softwares uh, is not specialists in safety. So they they let a lot of things aside because the main reason they have the software is people development, people management, and something like that. So
mm,
the safety is just was just a part of the app or just a part of the software. And we had the specialty and we focus so we could bring we could give to our customers a much specified or a much expert
specific.
expert solution to their problems.
Another interesting thing that I'm thinking about here while I'm listening to you is that you mentioned that 12 years ago you didn't have some that kind of solution. And if you think about it, Android is about what, 16 years old?
Almost that.
16,
Yes,
right? Or 18.
we have the 17th version right now, so it's 16 to 17 years.
Se- look at this. Your company exists for 12 years. So when you started, Android was 5 years old. And I remember the first versions of Android. It was very
Was was awful.
was awful. Was very unstable. It didn't have all
Yeah.
the solutions, and I think what it was a the gingerbread version 2 point something back in 2014.
Yeah. When we created our solution, I think the minimum version was the 3.0, 3.2 or
3.
something. Yes.
So yeah,
Now we still work with older versions. We keep
well,
the compatibility until the Android 7. That
mm,
is 10 years old. So
already.
we need to keep this compatibility because companies not so often change their devices. So we need
Mm.
to keep this because we cannot broke the app for everything in one update.
It, right, but you still keep the app updated for all older Android versions. Is that what you mean?
Yes. We update the software, but we keep things compatible with an old
Okay.
version of Android. If you have an Android 7, you can download our app on Google Play.
That's another thing that I really like because it shows that you really care about your clients. I see many apps, frequently not being compatible with older versions, and you're thinking about your clients. You mentioned that not every company update their devices very often, so we still have to keep our app compatible with older versions, even if it means to be compatible with Android 3.
Yeah, yes.
The It's a very respectable posture, man. Congratulations on that.
Thank you. We think the this compatible thing is just a way to improve our customer service. And I think we need them to use our application without so many problems or difficulties. So we
Mhm.
just ease for them,
Make it easier for them. That's user experience.
of
One of the
course.
things that makes an app user stay with you for so long, and we're pretty soon we're going to talk about churn and LTV, is the user experience, and you do it very well. So before we get into this part of the game, which is churn and LTV, I'd like to touch a point with you that is very interesting because it means how the company makes money. So when you created OnSafety, you focused first on your product, of course, but did you know back then that you were going to be a recurring revenue model for creating, cash flow or
When we started, we didn't know what the model we should have, so we built a business model canvas. It's a
Mhm,
great tool to put your thoughts and build your business. When you put everything, like the main reason of the existence of your company, what customers you will service, what kind of partners and resources you will need, and the cost, what you will spend and what you will earn. So back then we tried a freemium. We didn't try. We thought about a freemium model because
mhm,
it was an app. We thought it would be good to give this app for free and
mhm,
charge the checklist inside the app, because we launched a lot of checklists that was ready to use, like the NRs I spoke earlier. So as we evolve this conversation, we find out about the SaaS model, the subscriptions, and it felt much more suitable to our reality, because we need to constantly invest money to our app development, more features, improvements, refactoring, and we need this recurrence to keep servicing our customers, and we need to give them support. So we need this revenue to keep a team, to give them support. So
mhm.
the SaaS model and the subscription fits a lot better for us.
And was it during the first year or
No, we
later?
we we started to sell on safety on the third year
Oh,
because
wow, spent 3 years before having revenue?
yes, yes, and this is not the model. People who are watching this, it's not good. Spend 3 years working on something to sell it later, but
No.
it was what worked for us, because it was 3 years working part time with uh,
Okay.
no money and no people to develop. So we started so slow that we
Right.
just had the first version of our application in 1 year and a half, 2 years. So we started to put this in the store and sell 1 year later. We launched our application on 2014 on the Play Store, and our first sale, I remember like was yesterday. Our first sale was on December of 2015.
Wow.
One
You're
year later.
you're an authentic entrepreneur because you started as a side hustle and now you're managing a 600K MRR company. Congratulations.
We need to be resilient and focused, and I think we need to believe that what we are doing is the right thing, and we can pursue our goals and move on, even if we do not have so much money for that.
Yes. I started I had a startup myself and
Hmm?
I had to started with limited resources. And but I didn't of course it's a different kind of business. But I know what it's like to have to bootstrap your own company. So you have to make money and out of basically your service, put first you make the first investment out of your pocket and then you make a little money and then you reinvest on it. So I think that we talked about this before once during a cafe about the importance of bootstrapping. How you need to make your own company, make your own money, and then reinvest so you can grow before having investors. Of course, and there's nothing wrong with having investors, but if you can, bootstrapping is a very good idea so you can test by yourself, and it actually makes you run faster if you really want to make it happen, right?
Yes, if you have an investor, you should and you must run fast. You must grow fast. If you are bootstrapping, you can do things wrong. once or twice because it's just your own money, and you don't have to explain the accounts to another person and explain where are you spending the money and why you are not selling. So
Mm,
I like the bootstrap model because we are the owner of everything, even if it's little. It's a small business. It's ours, and
mm,
we can rule as we wish and as we believe it's the right thing to do. And if you have an investor, the conversation is a little different. You need to follow their due diligences and their roles and something like that. So I've never worked with investors, and I hope someday someone would invest on us and or buy our
mm.
company.
I'm pretty
But
sure there's someone out there who wants to invest in you.
I'm open to talk.
Yeah, and but I agree with you, and I think that's the kind of entrepreneurs who wants to grow faster, and they are willing to open that space for somebody coming in, even if that means less control.
Yes.
And
One thing I my partner always says to me that we are always comparing ourselves to other companies, and
mm,
it's not so good because if you are looking to your company 1, 2, or 3 years of trying to sell and you don't scale so fast, and you look other companies around, so $1 million in 1 year and something like that, and you start to think you are not doing the right thing. But
mm,
it's not how it works. The majority of the companies take long for growth. It's not so instant and 1 year, 2 years. You need to build with consistency and
mm.
doing what you believe.
Sometimes we tend to see a large number and think, "Wow, this company is making a lot of money." But we don't know the reality behind it. Sometimes they're investing a million and bringing in 500, 600. You don't know, right?
Yeah.
Because there are a lot of startups who burn cash to grow, and then they'll start talking about making profits.
Yes.
That's their business model, and that's okay. That's theirs, their business model. But when we talk about small business, even medium business, I think that having that kind of control, being lean, is more important to have a sustainable growth. And I believe that we have to have a rational thinking about our economics. So I believe
Yes.
that we have to. We talk about this very often, and during our last conversation, we were talking about how you want to triple your investment in marketing and planning out how we're going to do it. So we agreed, and this thought we share that we have to invest, and then we see the numbers. If they correspond to what we have planned out about
Continue.
revenue, we move on.
Yes, I think the bootstrap DNA is with me since the beginning. When we have to do a lot with no money or a small team, so we develop a sense of cost saving that is part of DNA, our DNA until now. So every day I'm worried about the cost saving. I always look where we are spending money and where we should spend money, because if we this example, if I triple the investment on marketing and I just double the sales, I need to evaluate if this is the right move, because I will inflate my sales team. I will need to hire more people to take care of these customers, and I will inflate my company, and I need to be ready for this. If
Mhm.
this count, this space didn't match, I need to reevaluate. And
It's
I
math.
yes, it's
It
easy.
has
It's
to
easy.
work. Yeah,
Has to
and talking
work.
Speaking of costs, I see them as, nails. You have to trim them every week.
Yes, yes.
Why don't you tell us more about the KPIs you look more often to, or almost most of the time?
Okay, we are always looking to churn rate because I think it's the main KPI we should be aware of. And
Churn
sales,
rate.
yes, the churn rate is the amount of customers you lose in a month
Mm-hmm.
compared to your base. If you have 100 customers and you lose one, you have 1% of churn rate. And this number says a lot of your processes. If you have a well done and a process that were built to keep your customers, or if you have a model that just bring customers inside and don't care too much about them, so they spend with you 1 or 2 months and then leave you. So we have we're kind of maniac with churn. We need to we always care about keeping it low as possible. So
Mm-hmm.
our goal is to be always under 1.5%. So now it's 1.2, 1.3. It floats on month to
How
month.
many active clients do you have?
It's almost 900.
Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah,
Impressive.
900 companies, more than
Companies.
10K users active every day.
Wow.
And we always look for sales because it's the main invest we are making, because we put a lot of money on marketing. We have a sales team, so we need to be aware of the results. So these two KPIs is the most important, the churn rate and the sales, the MRR.
Would you be willing to double your MRR if that would mean double your churn rate?
No, no, this math doesn't close so well, because if you just the things that worked for us is that now we spend $1 and make 10 to $15 with this $1 spent on sales. So we spent one and bring back 15. If we double the churn, this number would be 1 to 7 or 1 to 5. So just double the MRR. It would not be a good idea for long term,
Mm-hmm.
because it's a lot of cost to bring new customers, and to sell to our current customers. So I would, if I double my MRR, I would stop growing the sales and look at the churn to lower back to 1% again. And I think it's worth a lot more to invest dollars and money and effort on keep the churn low. So
It,
every dollar we put in the sale on sales would be a customer that will be with us for 50 or 60 months. But because if you look the numbers, the lifetime, the LT of the LTV, the lifetime value, the
mhm.
LT is the amount of money, the amount of months the customer stay with you, and it's the inverse of the churn. So if you have 2% churn, your customers would be with you for around 50 months. If you had 3%, it's about 30 months. If it's 4%, it's 25 months. So this number grows, the churn rate increases,
In the verse.
will decrease the LT a lot. So I would invest
Wow, that's
a lot
interesting.
more in keep the churn low.
That's an interesting thought. I know what you're bringing to the table is a is gold, because I don't think that most companies, app companies, think about that very often. So essentially, what you're saying is, uh, it's not just a number you're looking at when you talk about churn rate. You're talking about, if you double your churn rate, you're cutting in half, almost in half, your LTV. Is that correct?
Yes, yes, yes. If but I think with me, double my MRR, it's like 600 to 1.2 million. It's not
Right.
so easy, but double the churn rate from 1 to 2%, it's like that. If
Mm-hmm.
you don't if
Okay.
you don't do the right thing. So you need to be much more careful with the churn rate, because it will burn your sales if you don't care about.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the same effort to go from 600 to 1.2 million instead of 2% to 1% churn. It's not
Of course,
not
it's
even
much
close.
cheaper. It's much cheaper to keep a client with you than acquire a new
Yes.
one.
An example for you: if I have 2% churn, and I have a customer that pays $1,000 a month for me, so the LTV for this customer will be 50,000.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so they stay with us for 50 months, paying 1,000.
$1,000,
So if you lose this one customer, you are losing
$50K.
$50,000.
Mm-hmm.
It's not 1K, it's 50K. So
Mm-hmm.
you need to be more aware of this number. That's why we put the churn in the center of our KPIs.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. If you think about it, it's something like you're conquering your space, and you know, putting your flag there, saying, "This is my space, so I'll do my best to keep this client with me."
Yes, and these good customers, and they will be promoters sometimes,
Okay.
and
Mm-hmm.
they will bring more customers to you, because
Sure.
you have the top top of the market customer service, and
Mm-hmm.
you will answer them as soon as possible. You will provide the best of your solution for them. You think about new features to solve their problem. So they will be promoters.
And still doing all those things to even Android 3.0.
No, it's 7.0 now.
7.0. Okay, but
Yeah,
still,
3,
still.
3, 3.0, it's not so good, because they have a lot of safety issues that we need
Okay.
to let it go,
To this car.
and
Okay.
upgrade to 7.0. That's more recent, more
Let me ask you a
modern.
question. Since you have all the numbers in your head, what's your CAC right now?
What's your what?
CAC, your cost per acquisition of a new client,
It's 3,000, 3 or 4,000, 4K a
per
month.
per client,
Yes, yes. But
and that
but
client stays with you for 15 months, paying
yes,
$1,000. So if you
yes.
divide 50 per three, it means
It's the 17 I told you before.
$17.
The 15 to 17. I don't know the if the number is right,
Correct
but
math. It's between
yes,
15 to 17. Yeah,
yes, but we have the from 15 to 17 times the
investment.
CAC. Yes, it's called LTV over CAC. So
Okay.
we our number is about some the majority of the months is above 15, but sometimes we lose um, one or two customers more, or sell to 10 or 12 less, so this number
Okay, it
will
fluctuates because it's part
yes,
of the game. Yeah,
yes, but
it's interesting because it's
between 10 and 20,
10 and 20.
the LTV over CAC.
It shows how healthy your business is. Remember, it's a bootstrapping business, bootstrapped business, and it's a B2B business. So it's an app that is scaling in a B2B market that is a very competitive one. but you're the pioneers. You basically invented your own market back in 2014.
Yes, and if you are watching this and you will do the maths to calculate your LTV over CAC, if you have this number over 4, it's a sign that your company is healthy. Of course, there is particularities that you should consider, but 4 or more is good.
LTV over CAC above four, it means
Yes,
the
because
company is very healthy.
if it's too close to 1, it means you are putting $1 to earn $1. It's not safe. It's not it's not healthy. So you are, but
Distributed for a very long time because it's LTV over CAC.
yes, and if you are doing this for a long time, your company should grow, but you won't you will be no you will have no profit. So you need to
And,
be
and,
3 or 4
and,
because you have
and if you think about
operation.
it, and if you think about it, right, you mentioned that your LTV is 50, your LT is 50 months that your client stayed with you,
Hmm?
and your LTV divided by your CAC is 17. So it means that it takes you 17 months to get this client. No, it means that your client pays you 17 times more than
Yes.
it costs for you, right?
Yes, yes. If you need the number of the amount of months the customer need to pay you back, you need to divide the CAC over the MRR.
And the
Sorry,
monthly
sorry,
fee. So
sorry, sorry, sorry,
it
sorry.
takes 3 months,
No,
right?
no, the average ticket.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yes, you
The
need to.
AOV.
You, yes.
Yes. The monthly fee they pay you. So it takes you. That's interesting. It takes you 3 months for a client to be paid off. Like they pay you 3 monthly fees, which means 3,000, which is their cost for acquisition. And
Mm-hmm.
after that, essentially all you have is profit. It's not net profit because you have all your costs
Of course,
to pay.
of course.
But it only shows how healthy your business is.
And
Congratulations on that,
that's why we intend to triple our marketing on
because you
this
have
year,
all this.
because we know the all the processes are working fine, so we can put more money in the marketing, and all the operations should work fine with
Should
this.
follow.
Yes,
Hmm.
because if we had LTV over CAC of 1 or 2, there's no reason to put more money. You will just spend more money and
Hmm.
have more
Burning cash.
headaches.
Headaches. How much are we investing right now? 10K?
Yes,
About that.
yeah, yes. It's now this month would be 15K.
15.
Yes,
So we're planning to move to 30 to 45.
32.
30. 30 to 45 or something like that.
Yes.
I mean triple 10K go to 30K.
No, 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 no. I will triple the 10K. We already
10K.
started to we already started to grow the investment. So we
Okay.
we started the year with 10K. Now we have 15K, and we are planning to reach 30K
By
within
the end
the,
of this
the
year.
by the end of the year, if everything works fine. If we have
Okay.
results. We we
Awesome.
we
We'll be working on that. We did it before. We're going to do it
Yes,
again.
or else we will go back to 10K.
Okay. But that's the thing. You see, I think that one of the smartest things that you do inside your company, and that's why everything's working fine, is that because you focus on the numbers, and then you watch them and ask them the right questions, so you
Mm-hmm.
can have the right answers, and then you can fix the problems and see the opportunities. And that's essentially what every business owner should be doing all the time when you're really managing your business. right?
Yes, we have a great responsibility with our customers. They rely on our services and they need our services. We just can't unplug our app from from today to tomorrow. They will be will be lost and a lot of
You're talking about
lawsuits.
lives, yeah,
Yeah,
lawsuit.
and there's our employees that rely on their jobs to bring money home. So
Hmm.
it's a great responsibility we should manage well. So we must have at least some clarity of what we are doing, if we are increasing revenue or dropping revenue, if we need to pivot some strategy, or if we just pull the full throttle and
Hmm.
sell more. We need to know what to do. And I think the only way to do this is looking to the numbers, looking what you are doing, and the market,
Yeah,
of course.
not, yeah, of course, marketing, growth, and everything, but essentially everything. When we talked about churn rate, it's not actually its growth, but it's managing your business, and essentially all of those KPIs, they're part of your management style. Man, you have to have numbers. That's the only way to the right
Yes,
numbers, right?
we look at least 100 every week.
100
KPIs.
KPIs a week.
Yes. We have
Wow.
a Looker Studio dashboard with more than 100 KPIs, numbers and KPIs. It's not always KPIs. Sometimes it's just numbers to show what we are
Hmm.
doing, and
Hmm.
we analyze all of them every Friday with the whole team to show them where we are today and if we are heading to our goal.
And what's that? What's your goal? I mean your monthly goal of what?
Our revenue, annual revenue, that is 9 million
You-
this year.
Wow, that's impressive.
Yes,
Wow,
we need to grow more than 70% to do this. But
70%. Mm.
yeah, but our history shows that it will be fine. We
Yeah.
are we are working hard to achieve this goal. This time will be more challenging than the other years, because we are used to grow 100% almost every year, 80 to 100% every year. But this year will be more challenging because we
You
it's
hit a
not
big number.
it's not yes it's not 300K a year. It's 6 million a year. So
Yeah,
grow to from 5 to 9. It's more challenging.
it's challenging, but this is a very powerful thing you're bringing to another very powerful thing that you're bringing, because to double your revenue every year is not simple.
Yes,
And
until 2024, our annual revenue was always greater than our historical revenue. Like
wow,
on 2018, our revenue was greater than all the revenue until 2017. The 2019 revenue was greater than all the history until 2018, and so on until 2024. So now it's not the it's not greater than the history anymore, but it's always 70%, is 60%, 80% more than the last year.
so we're heading to our final question here. It's about to end our episode. I would love to hear more about the future of OnSafety. What is your long-term vision for OnSafety when, for example, OnSafety turns 20 years old?
Okay, well, we are investing a lot on AIs nowadays. We have two different fronts using AI. One of them is using LLMs to give our customers more ability to get numbers and get information, because now they are doing like all the other softwares. You open a dashboard, you submit or open a report or something like that, and we are working to put more intelligence on safety, so they can use a chat and get all the information they need from the LLM using AI. And another project we are investing on is the computer vision, so the companies could monitor their employees if they are using the correct PPEs. And
PPEs, you mean, is that their equipments for protection, right?
yes, the personal protection equipment. It's
Okay.
a mandatory standard that we have here. So almost every company with risks, or uh, all the companies with risk should
Must have them, right?
must
Mandatory.
monitor, yes, monitor,
Mandatory.
deliver and control the PPE.
Hmm.
So we have this AI using computer vision. So the company could use on their security cameras to know if the employee took off the
The
ear
helmet.
protection or the helmet or the boots or something like that, and expose themselves to hazards. So we create
Wow,
these dashboards and indicators and notifications to show if something goes wrong.
that's amazing. I would love to see that
You
implemented.
you will see soon. All
Awesome.
these things will be launched this year on
Okay.
2026,
Awesome.
and we have a lot of news to show.
Nice, nice, nice. So proud of you, man. So proud of you guys.
Thank you.
And another final question. Then this one is real. This one is for
Okay.
good. If a founder asked you for one piece of advice about scaling an app, what advice would you give him?
Okay, I think do the basics is the main key. So if you do everything well done, you can bring more customers. These customers will bring you more customers, and you should always consider your customer's opinion, like a good way to improve your application. But one word of advice: you cannot rely just on their opinion to build everything, because you don't want to be the hostage of one customer. You need to build your application of what you believe it's right. You studied that is right, and you use your customer's opinion to grow something that will give more value to all of them. So you will have
Great.
more profit if you solve problems of a lot of companies. If you solve the problem of one company, you will have this one customer to one feature. You will spend a lot of time, a lot of money. So you need to focus on one feature that solve the problem of a lot of companies and a lot of people, so we will have more revenue, and you could grow your company and give your solution to a lot of people, and grow healthy.
That's amazing. Smart one. If you who's watching this one, you should take notes.
Yes, please.
All right. Hannah, thank you again for being here, man. It's been a pleasure talking to you. You have an amazing story. I think this is very inspiring. I hope everybody who watches this, uh, who, who who are interested in having a new app or having an app already, they learn a lot. They will learn a lot from you and take notes and implement them. And well, thank you again, man. It's been a pleasure.
And you can count on Lucro and Paulo to rocket sky your application and deploy them to the worldwide. So
Awesome.
you can count on me too. You can reach we can reach us on onsafety.com.br, and I'll be here. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, man. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. And I catch you in the next one. See ya. Peace.